do that. This is a quarantine. Nothing goes out. Nothing comes in. Especially a pizza guy. Going house to house, handling money, banging lonely broads. They're filthy. All right, come on. Listen, I'm going to take all your cell phone. You lost your privileges. It's just until the vaccine is replenished. Good.
Frank, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Getting rid of all this contaminated crap.
Come on, you're going crazy with this food thing, Frank. We need to eat.
We need to eat, but we only need protected food.
Well, someone's going to have to go out and get this food, so I'll do it.
No. Well, you can go out together. You can't go out alone. In case one of you gets sneezed on, the other one can report back. Look at all the hair. Look at that.
Stop talking about hair, please. It's very annoying to me.
That's what carries the disease, Dennis. The hair. We don't really need it. Look at us. We're evolving without it. We came from the apes. And look at us now. One day, we'll be completely hairless. And totally pure.
So here, oranges, hand sanitizer, basically everything. Go snow crabs in. Hey, where's Dee?
Quarantine. There was a breach. No breaches on your end, right?
No bridges. Everything was cool, yeah. Good.
I'm gonna go shave. Get all this filthy hair off my face.
Frank, I can't concentrate when you look like this. You look ridiculous, man. It was once eating Gilbert Grape.
Well, that's where all the bacteria lies, Charlie, in your hair. That's why I shaved it off. Now it just flows off my body. You should do the same.
Hey, Rich, it's still ripped in the store. You gotta do it like Spanish, man. They ripped it, they found us in.
Charlie, look at that. Look how clean I am.
Dude, you look like a shriveled razor.
It's all about purity, Charlie. Humans are filthy. Dirty filthy.
All right, man.
You gotta mix it with beasts. Foul. Rodents.
Do what they do. What am I gonna do about it?
Here. Here. I live here. Here. I'm gonna clean Philadelphia.
Good.
A giant cleanse.
Good luck with that.
Not the city. The population.
Go for it. Yo, Frank! We're not sick! Yeah, we're fine, dude. What the hell is this? Oh, shit, I think it's hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer? Where's it going? Frank? Why is there hand sanitizer all over the floor? What's in here? Oh!
Frank? What the hell did you do to yourself?
What are we gonna do about this?
Well, we give them a hospital, right?
Oh, let's make a quick stop first.
I just want to be pure. This is a quarantine. Can't do that. This is a quarantine. Nothing goes out. Nothing comes in. Especially a pizza guy. Going house to house.
Good evening. Good day.
They're filthy. All right, come on.
Danny.
I'm going to take all your...
Dumbass. Blue, red, and yellow. So hostile. What's wrong? How many are we in? 19? So, babble on a little bit. Maybe short stream for what is my evening. There was a smorgasbord of titles to go through and stories to go through, and I settled on just a couple of things, and that is the lazy man's guide to grabbing the news and taking headlines from Zero Hedge, but I believe the story to be halal, kosher,
Show, Jax.
whatever you want to say for its providence, but for sure. Mic on, people hearing me. Michael, how you doing? And let me just do something quickly. I don't think I did it. As well, see if we can't bump the numbers up somewhat. Gang, elbow cough, and wondering, a new student was, holy shit. Yeah, this is, getting, stop school, right? If the school is,
Hey.
and the thing is, I wanted to avoid stories about kids today, and the story was basically that the kids just carry lots of viral load, and there's this issue of, well, you need to send the kids to school, and the kids generally might be okay, but who are they bringing the germs back to? And I think the data is still out about the best approaches to take. Yeah, it's time for homeschool, man. Like, my kids go to school in masks, okay? It's normal in Japan. It's bloody hot. They wear them all day. They come back. They're still wearing masks, and they're quite sort of thick and heavy ones. Feel sorry for the wee mites, but the schools keep the windows open, and it's not been a problem yet. This sort of little rooms, I mean, I don't think that's really gonna add anything, and it just really starts. I don't know. It's just America just seems to go to extremes in either direction, and it's how do you bring people back from that? And that's Billy Ray posting that, and we'll respond. Sanity indeed. Oops, gotta watch my screen fade. I have to change those hotkeys. They keep catching me out. So, Windows open the schools will be a new requirement here, and is good for the kids. Yeah, look, Japan is still very trad country, right? And it hasn't been subverted like the West has. Horatius, how you doing, dude? And Mr. Cracker is lifting up his petticoat rather than his periscope. Not sure I want to hold that thought in my mind. Please, new virus info. Nobody give new info. Send them up the chimneys. Chimneys aren't really a thing here in Japan, oddly enough. We could send them up to scrub the solar panels, maybe. But what's blue, red, and yellow? What's his what's his problem? Is he blocked? Did someone block him already? I always thought blue, red, and yellow was really cool. But the Church of Epi, how you doing? We've got 30 people on, 30 eyes on, and so what's up? I've been dealing with. I wasn't in the best form when I was doing, which is unfortunate. I like Housatonic, and I like his show, and I did feel I was sort of off the pace a little, just with it's a chronic thing from head injury, so it's just headaches and.
All right, babe, do that. Keep. Huh? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Just keep the windows open though. Okay. Yeah. The. Yeah, sure. I'll wash all of them. Yeah, sure. So I'll put them out here. We'll do. Hey, fat man, can you hear me?
Yeah, what up, bro?
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Chilling.
Right. Off for the night?
Yeah, like, tomorrow's my last day playing, so I'm doing it all day.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be your. You're gonna start doing your flight.
Well, tomorrow I finish packing and then I leave on Sunday and then I fly out on Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but my brother's giving me his phone when he gets a new one, so I should have been gone too long, but
He's giving you what, dude?
he's getting a new phone, so I need to get his old phone, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Look at you. Where does he live?
He lives in Lancaster, which is about like 30 minutes from where I'm about to move.
Oh shoot. So you have two brothers or just one?
I have one brother and one sister.
Oh wow. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Pretty big. Three kids. That's good.
Well, I was adopted too, and my adopted family, she had 8 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though, dude. Huge family. It must be nice.
Yeah.
Family.
There's too many. I keep getting names mixed up, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot a lot of names.
Oh, dude. That's cool, man. So your flight's at what time?
I leave at 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday.
Fat man?
Can you hear me?
Fat man, are you there?
Hey, Kush, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I didn't know. I leave at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I could hear you.
What was your question, though?
Hey, fat man. Hello? Fat man.
Hey, can you hear me? Alright, Kush, I'm back.
Alright, you're back?
Yeah, I had to go do something right quick. But, you said what time do I leave?
Yeah, what time's your flight?
6 in the morning.
Oh man. Alright, dude. For sure. Well, I wish you a good, safe trip. I'll keep you in my prayers, man.
For sure. If you're
Yeah.
on tomorrow, let me know, bro, so we can get one last game in.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I probably will be asleep. What's up, baby?
I figured the list, but
All right,
tell
buddy.
Jen I say goodnight.
Oh, Jen, Fat Man says goodnight. Good night.
All right, bro.
See you, man.
I'll keep in contact.
Yeah, keep in touch, bro. That'd be cool.
All right, later.
Later, man. Hey, what's up, babe? Okay, yeah, no work pants.
Blue pants.
Your blue pants?
If there's any in there, I don't know.
Okay, there's black pants.
The Levi's. No, actually, don't try those.
Don't try those.
I tried the Levi's.
Okay.
But if I have like blue pants in there, like anywhere, like wash them, you can try those.
Blue pants? Okay.
I'm sure I have them. 'Cause you have that one with the other one, right?
Yes.
So,
Are they kind of like dressy? Blue pants? No.
no.
Oh, pants. Like
Jeans.
Oh, jeans. Okay.
You can try the light blue jeans. that I
Okay.
have.
Type of scientist would have been useful. Has published a book, and in this book he says COVID-19 was engineered in China lab, effective vaccine unlikely. Here we go. And looking well rested. Yeah, I did sleep a lot after the interview, and I don't know, like I say, it's just a chronic thing with head injury. You sort of have to muddle around it as best you can. So, you want zombies now, or I want zombies? You want zombies now? Well, head to Portland, sir, Chicago, New York, and you know, one of the main predictors from this model was that you would see massive jumps in violent crimes, and that seems particularly be the case, which especially US side, where impulsivity perhaps not the best virtue. I fancy putting on a nurse's uniform. I don't know. Mr. Cracker is drunk, obviously. So anyway, I don't know who this. Never heard of him before, but I don't know. I want to have a look at LifeSite News. Is this something more serious than more serious? I don't know. Is it like Zero Hedge gets a lot of headlines in the target zone, whether you agree with their it's just a single person's blog. life site. Anyway, Professor Giuseppe Trito, an internationally known expert in biotechnology and nanotechnology, says that the China virus definitely wasn't a freak of nature that happened across the species barrier from bat to man. And those of you who have kept up with this site should know that by now. It's not news for us. And the article begins, "It will not be possible for the Dr. Faucis of the world to dismiss Professor Giuseppe Trito as a crank. Not only is he an internationally known expert in biotechnology and nanotechnology, who has had a stellar academic career, but is also president of the World Academy of Biomedical Sciences and Technology, an institute founded under the aegis of UNESCO in 1907. Is UNESCO still a thing? So anyway, in other words, he's a man of considerable stature in the global scientific community. Equally important, one of the goals of WBT is to analyse the effect of biotechnologies like genetic engineering on humanity. In his new book, this world-class scientist does exactly that. And what he says is that the China virus definitely wasn't a freak of nature. It happened to cross the species barrier from bat to man. It was genetically engineered in the Wuhan Institute of Virology's P4 high containment lab in a program supervised by the Chinese military, something that I've been saying since day one. Professor Trito's book, which at present is available only in Italian, is called China COVID-19. Is that how you would say that? 19. La chimera ci ha cambiato il mondo. China COVID-19, the chimera that changed the world. It was published on August 4th by a major Italian press, Edizioni Cantagalli, which coincidentally also published the Italian edition of one of my books. Get a bit of self-publication in there, dude. Why not? Everyone's grifting, so you may as well get some in as well. What sets Professor Trito's book apart is the fact that it demonstrates conclusively, in my view, the pathway by which a PLA-owned coronavirus was genetically modified to become the China virus now ravaging the world. His account leaves no doubt that it is a chimera, an organism created in a lab. He also connects the dots, linking the Wuhan lab to France and United States, showing how both countries provided financial, scientific help to the Chinese as they began to conduct ever more dangerous bioengineering experiments. And we're going to look at that in a little bit as to what's going on. UNESCO is still a thing. Thank you very much, Horatio. Although neither American nor French virologists are responsible for their end result, a highly infectious coronavirus and a global pandemic, their early involvement may explain why so many insist the chimera must have come from nature. The last thing they want to admit is that they might have had a hand in it, which is precisely the point that I make a lot of the time, is that it's virologists that are dependent on grants, publish or perish, etc. All these components to the academic world as it stands currently, of course they're not going to soar at the branch that they're sitting on when their careers and their funding and their life at the institute is dependent upon them being able to say that they're engaging in ethical experiments. And the problem is that now, as people have become switched on to the fact that many countries have been investing millions of dollars into this type of research. And look, if we have our new student around Monkey Madness, I would just say to you, if viruses weren't real, as per the claims of Kaufman or the other freaks on Ice Age Pharma or anywhere else on the internet, what you have to answer is, why are they building these institutes which cost millions of dollars? Why are they stuffing them full of scientists, technicians, engineers, and spending millions of dollars on research? Kevin doesn't know about it, BPD Warrior. I don't know about what. Anyway, I'll move on. Those of us who early on argued for a laboratory origin were dismissed as conspiracy theorists. Our articles were censored as fake news, often by American virologists who knew perfectly well what the truth was, but preferred to protect China and them. So I can't do a Trump, but and themselves from scrutiny, lest they themselves be implicated. And we all know which particular group of virologists that would be, EcoHealth, and we are going to have a look at a very interesting document. I don't know who did it, but hat tips to Dal for putting it into the Discord to have a look, because it's a very, very nice summary of where things have, or how we got to where we are at the moment. And these non-profits that are funneling money out of the United States in particular, if you can tap into that NIH fire hose of money, then literally the sky's the limit. And that's what happened in this case. And I say we don't know the motive, but I would make the argument that every indicator is that the outbreak occurs in Wuhan, right? And I know there's some early reports, but where's the follow-on report to Barcelona saying they can keep identifying it from samples in the sewage systems? Haven't seen anything yet, so odds are that it is what I believe it to be a tweaked beta coronavirus, and that tweak primarily involves the tuning of the ACE2 receptor and the addition of the PRRA super antigen, which binds cholinergic receptors. And this, I think, Jonathan's idea and the group he was working with, it's a consequence of the miners in Yunnan province in 2011 becoming infected. Could very well be why the virus developed the furin cleavage, but the PRRA insert is especially difficult to explain. So in vaccine development, reverse genetics is used to create viral strains that have reduced pathogenicity, but to which the immune system responds by creating antibodies. Oh, I've missed a page. A paragraph. Dr. Trudder's 272 pages of names, dates, places and facts leave such apologists with no place to hide. The story begins following the SARS epidemic of 2003 as the Chinese attempt to develop vaccines to combat the deadly disease. Dr. Xi Zhengli, about whom I have previously written, was in charge of the program at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. In vaccine development, reverse genetics is used to create viral strains that have reduced pathogenicity, but which the immune system responds by creating antibodies against the virus. This is a critical point. Okay, so when they're trying to engineer for vaccines, and look at the new mRNA vaccines, what are they doing? They don't want the whole virus. They just want to make your body pump out sequences that your immune system will respond to and treat as a foreign agent, foreign protein. But anyway, reverse genetics can also be used to create viral strains that have increased pathogenicity. That is what Dr. Xi, encouraged by PLA bioweapons experts, began increasingly to focus her research on, according to Professor Trito. Dr. Xi's first solicited help from French government, which built the P4 lab, from the country's Pasteur Institute, which showed her how to manipulate HIV genomes. The gene insertion method used is called reverse genetic systems 2. Using this method, she inserted an HIV segment into a coronavirus discovered in horseshoe bats to make it more infectious and lethal. The US was involved as well, particularly Professor Ralph S. Barrick, the University of North Carolina. Yeah, I would be auditing these. I mean, they've burnt probably everything by now, but those labs should have been sealed and then audited as soon as any suspicion was raised. Let's see, but anyway, he was on the receiving end of major grants from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. That's Fauci's domain. This is, of course, yes, I said that, Fauci was a big proponent of gain-of-function research, and when this was prohibited at Barracks Labs because it was considered to be too dangerous, the research was shifted to China. Professor Trudeau believes that, while Dr. Xi's research began as an effort to develop a vaccine against SARS, it gradually morphed into an effort to use reverse genetics to build lethal biological weapons. This was the reason that the Wuhan lab became China's leading center for virology research in recent years, attracting major funding and support from central government. I would add that the rule in communist-controlled China is let the civilians support the military, which means that as soon as Dr. Xi's research showed any potential military uses, PLA would have begun exercising control of the research. This came out in the open with the outbreak, when China's leading expert on bioweapons, People's Liberation